Collecting product analytics is an important step towards understanding how your customers are using your application and enables making data-driven decisions. GitLab Product Analytics allows you to do just that, so let's get it set up in a project. We'll start by creating a new project. Feel free to skip ahead if you already have an existing project. From your GitLab group, we'll click New Project and Create from Template to get up and running quickly. We'll use the plain HTML GitLab Pages template to keep things simple. I'll give it a name, mark the project as public, and hit Create. Once the project has been created, from the main navigation we'll go to Analyze, Analytics Dashboards, and we can see an item here for Product Analytics. Click Setup and begin the setup process. This will configure your Product Analytics instance and may take a moment to complete. We're now at the point where we need to instrument our application with the GitLab SDK. This will allow our application to track events such as page views or link clicks, as well as custom events specific to your use case. This setup page will wait until GitLab receives the first event from your application. GitLab provides several SDKs for different languages. You'll need to use the right one for your own tech stack. The documentation link in the video description has specific instructions for each SDK. Since we created a plain HTML website for this demo, we will use the Browser SDK. We'll head back to the project repository view in a new browser tab to see our code. And here I'll select Edit and Web IDE to open the browser-based editor. Open up the public folder and the index.html file, and then I'll jump back to the previous browser tab which contains the onboarding instructions. Scroll down to the HTML script and copy and paste the whole code block. Back in index.html, I'll drop it here in the page somewhere within the body element. If you're using a different client-side framework, you may prefer to install the GitLab dependency via a package manager like npm or yarn, and you may require additional steps to integrate the tracking into your application, for example with client-side routing. Notice that there's an application ID and host. These values may be different for your specific project, so be sure to get the correct values from the previous onboarding page. We'll now open up the source control panel, write a commit message, and commit the branch. Depending on how your project is configured, you may need to use a feature branch here and open a merge request, but for this demo we're going to commit straight into the master branch. We can now close the Web IDE. Now checks the project's build pipelines page. We can see that a new pipeline has been triggered from our commit. Make sure the pipeline is completed, which will ensure that the change we made to index.html has been deployed. Now under Deploy and Pages, we can see the unique GitLab Pages link for our website. Now when we open up the website, our tracking script will run and send a page view event to GitLab. If you're running an ad blocker, which blocks tracking scripts, or if your browser is configured with Do Not Track, you'll need to disable those for the events to be allowed through. Head back to our onboarding page, and once your events are received and processed, the page will update to show the dashboard list. This may take a moment. Sweet! Our project is now configured with Product Analytics. The built-in audience and behavior dashboards can show you key metrics right away. For further functionality and customization, such as creating your own dashboards and visualizations, tracking different events, linking events to your logged-in users and so on, refer to the Product Analytics documentation.